Hey everybody, it's time once again for another exciting episode of the Chelada Boys. And this week we talk about what took place in 1692 and 1693, the Salem witch trials. Enjoy. Hey everybody.
What's up?
It is your boy Dylan.
This is Posh.
And we are
the Chelada Boys.
all day, every day.
That's how we roll.
We are the not Chelada this week.
Yeah. No alcohol. First week.
We're just out here doing it.
Sober.
It's all right. It's not bad.
Yes.
I feel like my recollection might be a bit sharper. Probably not.
Yeah. Mine won't.
I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna make any predictions. It's definitely not gonna be any better. Posh, what's up, man? How are you?
Good.
How are you?
I am good, man. Not a lot going on.
Same old.
Same old. I'm going on vacation this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is you excited?
I am excited. I'm going to Michigan City.
Oh my God! Why are you telling people?
Come find me.
Oh my God! All three of our fans are. All three of our fans. Me, you, and
My brother AJ.
AJ. Shout out AJ.
What up, AJ?
Shout out Tim
Hey,
in
Tim.
California. He actually messaged us.
Did he?
Yeah, whenever we hadn't, when we took a couple weeks off, he's like, "How you guys doing? All right." I'm like, "I appreciate you looking out for us, Tim." So shout out to Tim,
Cool. What's up, Tim?
Buckley, and Cali. A1 Day One OG.
Yeah.
What's new with me?
Yes.
Got a promotion at work.
Hey, that's what's up for real.
Pretty excited.
So, what is your new job entail? What are you called?
I will be the lead man.
Oh, that's what they call you, lead man.
Lead man. Group lead.
That's a pretty cool nickname.
Same shit like that.
What's
Yeah,
up, Lee man?
Not Lee man. Hey, Lee man.
Lee man, come on,
Lee
man. Chris Tucker.
Yeah. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I can't say that. I can't say it. I'm white. I'm a white, straight male. Oh God.
You're really white.
I was just quoting. I was just quoting Chris Tucker, one of the funniest.
He is.
You know why? He said the reason that he hasn't done the Fridays.
Because Ice Cube never paid him.
I don't know that side of it. I don't know that that's true.
I don't think he got like what he was supposed to get.
Yeah, I think he only made like not a lot. I do remember like something like that.
Well, he's got to still be making money off that, man. Like,
Yeah.
Because I watch that movie every chance I get.
Unless Ice Cube like snakily, which I could see. The motherfucker's rich. He's got all kinds of shit going on, like that Big Three basketball league.
Yeah.
So you don't get that rich without stepping on a few toes.
Yeah, yeah.
So unless he paid Chris Tucker like a one-time payment, like, all right, bro, we're gonna give you so and so dollars once, and this is all you're gonna make from this
Here's
movie.
50 G's.
Yeah,
Move
this
on.
is
and then,
it.
You know, he ends up making 50
fucking
mil off everything.
more probably. Yeah. I wonder what the movie Friday has grossed. Let's look that up.
Also, at some point while we're Googling things, I want you to Google why graham crackers were invented.
Oh yeah, I feel like there's something.
It's hilarious.
Wow, that's weird.
How much?
27.4 million.
Okay, so I was halfway over.
I would have assumed more.
I would have too. Out of all three of them, or just
That's
the first
just the first Friday.
Okay, see,
That still seems kind of low. But I don't know. You know, some people have those movies that are like really a part. I feel like that was a part of a lot of people's youth.
That was definitely part of mine.
But
Smokey over here taking a shit. I won't tell nobody else.
it's funny when he comes out. He's like, la 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 la. They made the movie off of $3.5 million.
Wow, so they made a pretty nice $24 million profit there.
Now that we're Googling stuff, how much money? Sorry, guys. I get under pressure when I'm typing. I'm like, don't be stupid. And I end up being stupid. So how much money did Chris Tucker make on Friday?
Let's find out.
Okay, just
They won't. That's probably personal shit.
does Chris Tucker dispute Despite Friday's status of the cult classic, it was a huge moneymaker for Chris Tucker. Said he was only paid $10,000 for that part.
10 G's, guys. Ooh, I'd be mad at a motherfucker that made $24 million off. Yeah, see,
$10,000 for that.
That's why he
No wonder, bro. I'd fuck you, Ice Cube. I ain't doing no more movies with you.
And he was like the funniest. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Smokey
Mike Epps
is the most iconic
but
role in the movie.
Yeah,
That's facts.
yeah.
And the only reason that the others were successful is as successful as they were among. I mean, they're just good movies. They're funny as fuck.
Yeah.
But if they didn't have Day Day,
Yeah.
so he looked at. I mean, he like bang bang one after another. He had Day Day he had Smokey and then Day Day.
He must have paid Mike Epps a lot more money. I imagine.
Let's see what. I mean, we're already out here. So
let's do it. Yeah, let's keep Googling. We're just going to Google this whole time.
So.
Put the second one, Friday 2 or something, or next Friday. Yeah.
It just showed like his net worth. His neck's worth.
His neck is worth a lot.
Hey. It's just. How much? Okay, yeah, it's not gonna. How much did Ice Cube get paid on next Friday? Two parties agreed on last Friday in 2012.
Wow.
To be paid $11 million. Disagreements over the script and other issues that delayed the sequel over the years. So they agreed on last Friday in 2012. They're all great, bro. I love them all.
Yeah.
Friday After Next, love it.
Yeah.
Crunching on your balls.
I am a boy, Damien.
Damon,
that's right.
I am a boy, Damon.
It's a great movie. How did this come up? Oh, yeah, you got a promotion.
That's so wild how that fucking train of thought.
Yeah, we really trailed off there. So for the people that aren't watching YouTube.
So next Friday made almost $60 million.
Damn.
Friday After Next made $33.5 million.
So the second one was his best.
Yeah, the second one was. It was so like.
That one was funny.
It
was anticipated.
Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. It was so anticipated.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker. I remember when this movie came out. Okay, so my dad lived in this like duplex kind of little setup, but it was like a few of them. So it was almost like a apartment complex, but it was duplexes.
Right.
And one of my stepbrother's friends lived behind us, and his mom worked at a video rental place in Junction, Junior's Video. Pretty sure is what it was called. It's in Junction.
You're really showing our age there. We still had video stores.
I know, that's true. But she worked there, and they were fixing to put the movie out for people to rent. But she worked there, so we had a day. It was already there, so she brought it home, and we got to watch that bitch a day early. And I remember sitting there. I remember sitting there like, I cannot fucking wait for this. I was 9. I was 9. No, I wasn't even 9 yet. I was gonna be 9. I was 8. January 12th. I would have been 9 on the September of that year. So you were 8 too, motherfucker.
Yep, that was 8.
We were 8. Damn, I was younger than Mason is now. That kind of freaking blows my mind.
Yeah, man, time flies.
But we just rolled. It was just so funny.
Every role in that movie was perfectly cast. I felt like the guys that played the Cholos, they were hilarious. Yeah,
he's
the white
my
boy.
dog.
Yeah,
cruelty to animals.
Good stuff, man.
So Friday After Next came out in 2002. So 10 years later, they agree on last Friday, and here we are, almost another 10 years later, and they still haven't even started. I don't think.
No.
So let's take away. Let's take away Smokey and Day Day. Who's your favorite character on Friday?
Debo.
Debo?
Yep.
Debo's just not funny to me.
No, he's not. The only thing that's funny about him is with his eyes all cocked.
Yeah.
And just him laying full
He's
out
dead
cracks
now.
me
That
up.
guy's dead now. And so is Pops.
Yeah. I know. How are they going to do that?
I know.
They'll probably have a funeral for one and then say that, Debo's back in jail or something.
Yeah. John Witherspoon as Pops. He died like 2 years ago. I remember hearing the news. I remember it felt like I'd lost somebody I knew.
Mm-hmm. My uncle loved him, man.
John Witherspoon?
Yeah, we used to go to his stand-ups all the time. He's
funny. And Little Nicky.
Yeah.
You remember Little Nicky?
Yeah. I think my favorite part, my uncle's favorite part is when he goes, "I whips the pussy."
Ain't nobody got me pussy whipped.
Yeah.
I whips pussy. And then the mom smacks him in the head.
Oh, great!
Don't even
movies.
get me started on Friday, bro. I can recite the first one.
I know you can. I've seen you do it.
Chelsea won't watch it with me. She will not watch the movie with me, and I understand. But I literally can't help it. Can't help it. Like the parts coming up, and I'm like, "What's up, big worm?"
Yeah. So big perm.
But my favorite is probably, I think, Pinky.
Pinky, yeah.
Pinky is so funny.
He is funny. He said, "Ooh, CJ, what I tell you, we hit that cripple kid with the fucked up walk."
He said, "You think he's gonna rob me?" He said, "I ain't trying to rob you." I'm, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
Say another motherfucking word, and this shit is over. And I ain't playing. I ain't saying that part.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
Uh-oh.
So, yeah, we just trailed off on all that.
Yeah. So this episode's about Friday.
Fucking, who don't like Friday, though?
They are great.
If you ain't watched any of the Fridays, go watch them.
You're going to have to crawl out from under your rock at some point.
Yeah. Because those were bomb bees.
Oh, while we're Googling.
Oh, yeah.
Google why graham crackers are
Why were graham
crackers
invented?
invented.
Graham crackers were invented as a method to stop people experiencing sexual desires. The man behind this was one Reverend Sylvester Graham, a Presbyterian minister who became obsessed with healthy living and the idea that sexual desire was sinful and could even cause physical ailments. I mean, that's not wrong. If you get an STD, bro.
That's true.
You ever seen a motherfucker with HIV?
You ain't getting no HID from a graham cracker.
HIDs.
HIDs.
You get no high beam headlights. No HID bulbs.
HIV. I'm still smoking weed.
He said, "I told you, man, I wasn't going to be remembering a lot, man. So, yeah, man, what about Friday, bro?" Did you see that fucking fly just, like, start living on me all of a sudden?
No, but I thought that was pretty funny that they... It explains why I bust a nut every time I eat a graham cracker.
You thought about that, did you?
It took me... Yeah, I thought about it. I
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay, we're back.
Our table. It's broken. Yeah, we lost sound for just a sec. Sorry about that. I was gonna... Strange reasons things were invented.
I'm hungry now. I want some graham
I just
crackers.
spelled invented wrong. Wow. 10 products that were invented in unusual ways. Webcam before the days of video chat. What is... Ah! Oh, that's one of them motherfucking Asian lady beetles.
Asian lady beetle.
Before the days of video chat, people had no way of communicating with each other live via video. This all changed when computer geeks at the University of Cambridge invented a webcam.
Literally called them geeks.
That's what it says.
Damn.
Right there. This is listverse.com. This was not created to communicate with friends or family, but to keep an eye on the coffee percolator. So, screen see if the coffee was available rather than going out of the way. So, they're just trying to see if the coffee was ready.
Wow.
That's the whole reason they made a webcam. Wow. Slinky.
Really? That's why we made...
Yeah, so keep an eye on the coffee.
They must have had some shit pots of coffee before.
They were tired of going and checking and it not being ready.
Oh.
So, they set it up to, like, spy on the coffee. You working, motherfucker?
You done now, ain't you?
What time you clock in, bitch? Okay, we got the Slinky. The Slinky is the epitome of an eccentric toy for children. We all have seen the ads and wanted one. Mm-hmm. But what if we told you that the Slinky was not invented for entertainment purposes? In the mid-1940s, Rick James, bitch, was a mechanical engineer who invented the Slinky as a device to monitor a ship's movement. Some expensive equipment had to remain steady on rough seas. While developing this product, James accidentally knocked it off its shelf and watched it walk away. It was difficult to imagine this scene without hearing the song from the old Slinky's commercial. It's Slinky, it's Slinky. I'll spare you. Garlic knots.
This is invented.
It was difficult to locate the original inventor. Many pizza store... Okay, yeah, you're lying. Parachute. Over a century before the Wright brothers, Louis Sebastian Lenormand, sorry, I had a hard time with that, invented the parachute and successfully jumped from a building. The idea was to provide an escape from burning buildings, but for some reason it never took off until it was a decade later in 1793 that the parachute was successfully used as an emergency situation. Jean-Pierre Blanchard's life was saved when he used the parachute to escape a ruptured hot air balloon.
Oh, wow.
I bet he was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Lemonard.
Louis Blash. All right. Oh,
Next.
Yeah. The Filet-O-Fish.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. He actually had a name. The fish was Filet-O-Fish.
Filet-fish.
Filet-O-Fish. The Filet-O-Fish. Oh, my God. You guys.
Very clever.
To most of us, the Filet-O-Fish is simply one of the many items on the McDonald's menu. But the invention of this sandwich was unlike any other. Lou Groen. Or is that Groen? It's literally what I just said, the same thing. A franchise owner came up with the idea after noticing particularly low sales on Fridays. He realized that most of the area was inhabited by Roman Catholics who did not eat meat on Fridays for religious reasons. Thus, the Filet-O-Fish was born. That's not not a unusual reason.
That's not unusual
that's
at all,
just
yeah.
marketing genius.
Really good marketing, yeah.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Mason is a fan. Richard Montanez was a janitor who worked for Frito-Lay. During work hours, he would sweep the floors. Oh, no. Don't tell me he just, crumbled a bunch of shit in a bag. I was like, oh, this is burning my ass. This is good. During his breaks, he would hang out with other staff members at the factory. After observing the machinery and learning more about the snacks produced by the factory, Montanez discovered that there was no brand of Cheetos marketed toward Latino community. During his breaks, the janitor used a broken machine to produce cheeseless Cheetos. Then he went home and dusted them with chili powder. You fucking genius. He shared the newly invented snack with his family, who enjoyed them. Montanez contacted the company's CEO, and the rest is history. Upon the release of 91, Flamin' Hot Cheetos outsold the original cheese flavor.
91.
The janitor is now vice president of sales for the company. If this isn't an inspirational tale, then we don't know what is.
Dude, that is a great story.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You know
good
what?
for that
You know
guy.
what worries me about not really worries me, but what I think about when I think of trying to invent other shit.
Right.
What else is there to fucking invent?
We won't know until somebody makes that breakthrough, and then
There
we're
is,
like,
but
why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, but it seems like the simple inventions are all taken up. Like you gotta have some.
My dad swears up and down he invented the skateboard. He's like, we used to fucking nail wheels or screw wheels onto planks of wood all the time, ride down hills on it. He's like, if I would have put sandpaper on the top, I would have been a billionaire.
Well, let's see. Skateboard invented.
Got to be sometime in the 60s, 70s.
1959. The first commercial skateboards appeared in 59.
Well, my dad's a liar because he was born in 1959. You weren't bombing no hills as a baby.
Yeah, you lying.
Okay, Dad.
Are you king of the jungle? Because you lying.
They must just not have been as popular.
Yeah.
They came out the same year my dad did, so I guess growing up, you didn't see a lot of skateboarders.
He first came out and he said, skateboard.
Yeah.
Give me a plank and some wheels, stat.
You were invented with the skateboard. Is what you're
That's
trying
what
to
you
say.
mean to say.
Yeah. Gotcha,
That's like that little play on. I don't know if it's a play on words, but little joke. Like I was named after George Washington. Did you know that?
Your name is Dylan Matthews. So no.
But oh my God, why you just put me out? On
Oh,
blast?
name drop. My bad.
Yeah. I was named after George Washington. He was named. And then I was named.
I see what you did there. Oh, cool.
Okay. Rubber bullets. Okay, this is number 4 out of... There's 4 left. Sorry. If this is boring, just skip ahead.
Yeah, we'll get to witchcraft in a second.
Yeah. We're going to get there. Rubber bullets were initially intended to be shot at the ground. From there, the bullet wound would bounce and hit the assailant. They were not intended to cause injuries, as most rubber bullets do today. Well, it's because they're shooting them straight at motherfuckers.
Yeah, they're not bouncing them.
They were
no trick
instead
shots.
they were meant to cause a sharp pain as a warning for protesters. I mean, they're shooting them at their domes. They're not.
If you get headshot with a rubber bullet, a good chance you can still die.
Yeah.
If you're not wearing a helmet or something, you're gonna get fucked up.
Rubber bullets were first used against rioters in Northern Ireland in the 1970s. We really want to see Keanu Reeves use this in John Wick Chapter 3. You guys kill me. It would be fantastic to see him bouncing bullets off the ground into legs of his enemies. All right, you guys are just. I mean, I get it. You got to write. Yeah.
I'd rather just see him shoot them.
Yeah, I want to see him shoot somebody in the eye with a rubber bullet. I want to see him shoot somebody in the eye with a rubber eye and replace it. And you never even know. But he's like, he just looks normal. He's like, ah. The tea bag was yet another. Hey,
That's been
I've
around
done
for
my
a while.
fair share.
Yeah.
Another common household item that was invented entirely by accident. Around 1908, an American tea salesman began to bag tea rather than use the usual boxes. He did this to distribute the bags as samples, hoping to entice new customers. People were meant to open the bags and pour the tea into the cup. Instead, customers dunked the bags into the hot water, thus changing the way that tea was prepared for generations to come.
That's how I make my tea still.
Same.
Just blop.
Yeah. The U.S. embraced it. The U.K. did not take to it. Shortages during World War II delayed the tea bag's popularity, so they didn't become a household item in the U.K. until the 60s. T-shirt. Sometimes it is difficult to imagine a time when something common in our lives did not exist. For example, we probably struggle to imagine a world without T-shirts. However, their invention was relatively recent. Jesus. In 1904.
Wow.
It was invented for bachelors who were presumed to have little knowledge of sewing because they didn't have wives. Roasted. The ingenuity of this marketing ploy is one of the reasons why the buttonless shirt was a hit.
For
Cool.
bachelors.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
that don't mean what mine that ain't what mine means.
Mine either. Not now. In 1904 it did, though.
Yeah, 1904 I was eligible.
Yeah.
Silly string. This is the last one. When we were kids, we loved silly string as a perfect weapon. For a brief moment, you could feel powerful as you attacked your friends and family with the frothy string. But what would you say if you found out silly string was actually invented for a medical purpose? The product was created by the combined efforts of chemist Robert P. Cox and inventor Leonard A. Fish.
Filet-O-Fish.
So he P. Cox and he a fish. While intended to spray on a cast, which would instantly harden. While testing which nozzle would do best, Fish discovered that a particular one released the product in a thin, long string. This inspired the two men to market the product as a toy for children, and the rest is history.
Wow, they took a left turn, didn't they? They
Yeah.
was like, we're trying to do something good in the world. We're going to
Save
medical.
people.
Look, this looks so funny when it comes out like
Pollution.
Give it to the kids.
Give it to the cheering.
We're going to be rich.
All right. We're going to do a little segment. We like to... Psych. We're not doing it.
Man.
So, yeah, got a promotion.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
I can see why they needed you for the job.
Yeah, I can stay on task.
That's funny.
So damn it, has the
Are we-
thing fucked up again?
Shit. Oh, mine's still on.
Yours is still, yeah, you yelled.
Sorry about that, guys. I thought mine was off, too.
You need to calm down. Mine. Still recording. I'm gonna pause just a second. Hello.
Is it
All right,
me
we're
or-
back again. So Posh,
Yes.
what before you looked up anything? How do you feel about your knowledge on the Salem thing right now? How do you feel about
Before I looked it up,
right now? How do you feel?
right now,
Yeah.
decent.
All right, enough to talk about it.
Yeah.
Before.
None.
Yeah. None.
Noth-
Really?
nothing.
None.
I thought it went on for
I-
hundreds of years.
I knew. Yeah. Same. I thought it was a long time. I didn't know
Yeah.
it was just fucking
One year.
13, 14 months. I knew witches. You know what? I didn't even know for sure what state it was in. When I took my trip to Connecticut, there's a Salem, Connecticut, and I was like, oh shit, Salem.
Yeah.
It's actually Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, yeah.
So there's that. I knew there was witches, and they killed the witches. And you know what else was kind of popular thought? That they burned them at the stake.
Yeah, never happened.
But they didn't.
They didn't
that
do
was
that.
that was more of a European kind of thing.
And it lasted longer in Europe. So
Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like that might be where I got my hundreds from.
You know,
maybe.
we're kind of like staying in the same timeline because this started in 1692 and the fucking first Thanksgiving was in 1621.
Yeah, so it
And
really
then,
wasn't.
1637 was when the shit
Dude.
started getting, or 39, something like it started getting bad.
Yeah, we're getting into like people coming and settling here and
Yeah.
taking their European traditions with them. And what it is really is just like
They're chaos.
it's just a year of terrible malpractice on judges, on doctors. Everybody that we consider a high-powered official now was just a dumbass back then.
And
just a complete dumbass. Well, we don't know what it is. She's got devil.
well, yeah.
She's got devil.
That bitch got the devil.
Yeah.
She's like, there was one that they accused of being a witch because she was too generous.
Yeah, like you couldn't do anything out of the norm. You couldn't
I would be
dress
fucking scared to
different.
leave the house.
Me too. And then you'd be called
Yeah,
a witch
like,
because you never left the house.
He don't like the sun.
Yeah.
He in there worshiping the devil.
Devil time.
Son of bitch, what do you want from me?
It was really just a bad time
So
for
what did it-
humanity.
what did it-
kind of embarrassing.
So it started off like 5 of them getting
5 women
accused,
Yeah.
and they were like, they all had like the same name. It was like Mary, Elizabeth, and Sarah was like the only 3 names amongst the 5. It was like 2 Marys, an Elizabeth, and 2 Sarahs.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to sit here and try to like give you the exact names. I just know that they were 5 women who
We're hung.
were accused. And you know, the accusers in Europe, usually it was just men that could accuse women of
Right.
witchcraft. But all the accusers of this shit in this span were women or female between the ages of 9 and 20.
9? You ain't taking no 9-year-old's word.
9 and 20.
If a 9-year-old came over to me and was like, "That lady's a witch,"
That's
I'd be
Mason's
like,
age.
yeah, go back to. Okay, that's cool. Go back and play with your toys.
Mason,
Like,
y'all are bored.
Yeah.
Y'all are just bored. So they accused those women, and they was like, "Oh God, it is." It was like a particularly cold and wet year that year. You know, like no winter is ever the same. Not usually, not consecutively.
Yeah.
So this one was like a more cold and wet winter. I don't know if I'm sure you heard my dog just bark by the window. Oh my God, dogs play a role in this shit.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
So hit me with some shit you know about it.
Honestly, man, I don't know a whole
Son of a
lot
bitch.
about it. Just
This
it's
son
the
of a
same
bitch
thing.
didn't look up nothing.
It's the same shit. Like, what is it? 19 people died. 18 of them were women. One of them was a dude.
No. 20 died. 13 were women. 7 were men. I'm gonna go up there and beat that dog.
Well, either way, man, I
And
look at it
5
as,
died in jail.
yeah, I did know that. And then actually a lot of them escaped too. A lot of people like fled.
Yeah.
But it like took over the eastern coast there for a little bit. It didn't just happen in Salem.
Right. Yeah. It was
went-
like surrounding areas.
It
It
happened.
was
Once again, it's just from people migrating over from Europe,
people
and that
just
was
dumb.
Catholicism or Catholicism, just really
And,
a barbaric
Puritists.
time too. Still a pretty rough time. So I think everybody, like you said, a combination of boredom and fear of God smite me out of this world
And
at any
just
moment.
mass hysteria.
Yeah, just kind of come together. We're in the new world. It's colder here than it was there. She's
Yeah.
a witch because she doesn't come outside. She wears black and
Yeah.
she could do math.
She has a cat that's always with her. She's a witch.
The accusals is what got me. Like, you could just be accused on any whim,
And they would take your ass
and
in.
They would be like, facts. I
Son
know
of a
she
bitch.
is. Yeah, for real.
Oh my God, you are. And like they would say, if you weren't a witch, then you could recite the Lord's Prayer without messing up.
I'd be.
I know. I did when I first heard that, I was like trying to recite it in my head, and I was like, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Howard be thy name.
Yeah. But I would, I back then though, fuck, who didn't know it?
Yeah, that was like your only form
So
of.
if you couldn't, I mean, that's kind of your fault.
Yeah.
So
maybe you was worshiping
maybe
the devil.
maybe you did. So do you know about the tests that they put the people through for?
I read a little bit about it, mostly for studying. I did a lot of video watching on this one.
Okay.
And what were some of them? Enlighten me. I'm stumped.
Bosch didn't study, y'all.
I studied a little.
Bosch watched a 7-minute video and called her a day.
I'm not gonna lie, this one bored me.
Really?
Bored me to death,
I thought
dude.
it was fun.
I just like as soon as I got into it, I was like, These guys were just dumb as fuck back then. They were just like, she wore black too much, she's a witch. And then finally, one guy who was a judge, his wife got accused of being a witch, and he was like, hold up, let's shut this motherfucker down.
After he was just okay with it forever. Because
Yeah.
he was one of the judges that was like, all right,
Yeah, hang her up by the willow tree.
Yeah.
Whole stupid bitch wore shoes today.
What they would do is, so one of the tests, I think the first test was, well, I don't want to say the first test because I feel like this is like a final test, if anything. They would bound you by your hands and feet and
Oh yeah, the water thing.
throw you in the water.
If you
floated, you were a witch. If you drowned, you weren't a witch.
Man,
And they all drowned.
Glad I passed that test.
They all drowned. I was thinking about that. Like, you know how you can like kind of like control your breath and like kind of like float on water? Water.
Yeah.
Like if you lay on your back and you just kind of like slowly breathe in and
Take
out.
shallow breaths and hold your lungs full of air, you
Yeah.
will float. But getting without your hands and legs trying to get flipped over the right way, that's gonna be. Come on, guys.
Bitch.
Come on. I mean, like, so that was the test. Okay, now that we know they're not a witch, they're dead.
Yeah.
If they were a witch,
How many times?
like,
How many times?
y'all were just killing people. And
Sick of bitch.
yeah, tie her up. Thorne.
Oh, fucking John Randall, like, my wife's a witch.
I want to test her for being a witch.
I don't know why it keeps doing that, but it fucking does. Pissing me off. Keep fucking up.
It sucks.
Yeah, my wife's a witch. Get her.
Yeah. There's times, I mean...
You know who ain't a witch? You, Mary Elizabeth. What's up?
Unless you don't give it up. Then
You ain't a witch, but you could be my bitch. You know what I'm saying?
that would have been a terrible time to be alive. I feel like that would have sucked.
Especially,
ass.
well, I mean, it seems like historically being a woman.
Yeah, just throughout, all
It's
the way up
just
to
been
like
shit.
here recently.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah, y'all just now getting right, like the right, equal rights.
getting treated the way you should have been treated.
But you know what? I saw something on a social platform that was kind of true. Like, okay, so women want equal pay and stuff like that. When I agree with it, but instead of getting like jobs like doctors and engineers and pilots, they get like a female doctor or a female engineer.
Yeah.
That's a joke.
That's a bad joke.
That was a joke. I thought it was funny. Well, anyway, so back on the torture, or back on the tests.
What was the one with the rocks? Wasn't there one that, or is that
Talking about
just,
pressing?
Yeah, they just pressed a guy. I don't know if that was a test or more of just like, this is a.
They were
fucked up
trying.
way to
Okay,
do it.
I'll get to that. So they got another thing called witch cakes, and
Oh, I remember this one too. I did read this.
so they used rye a lot for shit, and like a rye grain, right?
Yeah.
And they would like make cakes with it, and they would put the witch's urine, the witch's piss in the mixture and bake it, make the cake or whatever, however they baked it or made it, and they would feed it to a dog. And the thought was, if the dog got sick, you were a witch. And after the dog ate it, he would get overcame with fever, you know, and he would point at who it was. Now, when I first heard that, I was like, if a dog eats that cake and he goes like that,
yeah.
I'm believing it. I'm believing it. But they were saying like with his,
like a dog point, like with its head and stuff, like how a
That
bird
bitch.
dog would point.
but they were talking about like with his nose or
Yeah.
something. So I'd be like, bro, I'm staying behind this fucking dog.
That is so gross, dude. They make pee-pee cakes for dogs.
Yeah, pee-pee cakes. And
That's-
dog, you know them dogs was loving that shit.
Again, people were fucking crazy back then.
Yeah,
Think about what they were doing.
yeah.
Like this was not that long ago either. This was like
Right.
3 people ago.
This was, yeah, well,
3
yeah.
or 4 people ago.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
That's
What is that, 319 years?
yeah. So probably
Or no, 329 years.
either way, man.
Yeah.
It's not that long ago. In the scheme of the world, it's not that long ago.
In the scheme of America.
we were making people eat
It's older
pee-pee
than
cakes, or
America.
dogs eat pee-pee cakes. and-
Yeah. There was another one they called pricking, I think. Yeah, pricking is what it was called for sure. And they would take a needle and poke you, like stab you with it over and over until you're like, yeah, I'm a witch. You guys are giving these people no choice.
Yeah, it
You're
doesn't.
giving these people no choice.
It doesn't seem like they have much of an option here.
Yeah, they'll stab you. Are you a witch? No.
Yeah, no.
Are you a witch?
1,000 later. Okay,
No.
fuck,
Are you a
I'm
witch?
a witch.
Yeah.
Oogity boogity.
You found the spot. I am the devil.
I don't know, bro. Maybe if you played that card, you could scare people enough.
Nah, they just fucking take you out and execute you immediately.
Well, then
They'd be
fucking,
like,
if
"Yeah,
you're gonna do all that, go.
go out doing it.
Let's go do this.
Yeah, let's put on
Let's
a
get
performance.
this shit over with. All right, first the water test. No.
Yeah. Let me pee on the rye
No,
first.
wait a minute. Let me eat the brick first, or the whatever, the cake.
I got a dog.
You don't eat it. The dog eats it. All right, well, let the dog piss on it. I eat that. We'll trade. If I point at the dog, he's actually the witch. Kill that motherfucker.
Yeah, man. You could have just been throwing out all kinds of alternative ideas, and it would have just been backing up the witch theory. They'd have been
It just never stops. I gotta get like a different
platform.
Got to get a different platform to record this shit on. But yeah, it was like anybody could make an accusation and they'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I
Which
could see it. But one of the conspiracies about it, which kind of makes sense, is if somebody was to accuse, like if say I accuse you and say you're a witch or a warlock, and they're like, all right, well, they're going to take him in. Well, I can go take your shit now. I can go take your land. I can take all the shit you own. I don't know what's going on with this
it
shit.
just keeps doing
It just
that.
keeps on doing it. It's tough.
Yeah. That does suck.
It's the witches fucking with us, bro.
Yeah, they don't want us talking about this
You
shit.
know too much, Dylan.
And I said your last name earlier too.
Yeah.
They got you full on.
Um,
They yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Cause I mean, if you could have just been someone walking down the street, be like, damn, they got a nice house, some
Bro,
fucking
I like
sweet
your
ass.
shit.
Look at all that land. They got deers and all kinds of shit. Turkey wandering around there.
you got moo-moos.
Witch.
Yeah, hey man, I seen him.
Yeah.
I seen him fucking his dog the other day. Talking about the devil and shit.
Feeding it pee-pee cakes. And
I
fucking
don't
it
like, hey, I ain't no snitch. You know what I'm saying? But so saith him, saith the Lord. So, you know.
And that right there is what people were like,
Yeah.
word.
Oh, yeah, fucking yeah, bro.
Yeah,
me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Same. Just don't call me a witch, please.
I wonder if it was like a lot of people that are just like, yeah, God talked to me last night. Like I heard him talk. Like they're literally saying that they audibly talked to him, and like the other people that were like a part of this religion too, like just didn't want to seem left out. So they'd be like, yeah, God talked to me the other night too. We just had to talk. Like if it was just a mass of
Yeah.
fucking liars.
It's what it was, man. And you know what's sad is the people that were telling the truth and just living their life the best way they could were probably getting strung up and hung and killed. And then
If
we
you
just had
question-
these fucking liars breed
Yeah.
and breed. Now we live in the nation we live in because all these
That's what happened.
we let all these fuckers be
That's what
doctors and
happened.
judges.
There were just too many dumbasses in comparison. The dumbass to rational ratio was
And the rationals were getting hunted out.
getting fucked up.
They're getting weeded out. Oh, what? You wore shoes outside and sunblock because it's hot outside? You put something on your skin because it's hot outside? Witch?
What do you mean you're drinking an ice cold beverage on a hot day?
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? That sounds like some satanic shit. You need to cool off your burning insides. Is that what you're doing? Kill him.
You mean to plan? You told me you planned for winter? You have food stored up? Witch?
Did you grow that fur yourself?
Fucking devil.
You're a devil. Yeah. People were,
People were stupid as fuck back then.
well, I was going to say that, but back then implies that they're not,
Not stupid now.
anymore.
People were just as stupid back then as they
Yeah.
are now.
I think that I think people are just as stupid.
I think
now.
what this also shows is how religion can take. It's got a good path and it's got a bad path. This one kind of took us down the bad path. You know what I'm saying? This is starting to show the the negative
Yeah.
side of religion, that people get so consumed in the details and the worrying about the, what if I die and go to hell and all this, and the
Yeah.
devil's watching me, and the devil lives down the street with Mary Lou or Elizabeth
me and the
Sarah.
devil went down to Georgia and we was looking for some souls to steal.
Yeah, and then there too.
Yeah.
He didn't stay long because this is God's country.
Yeah, and he got his ass whooped on that fiddle, bitch.
Come on back if you ever want it again.
Yeah, I told you once. You son of a bitch.
The devil does not want you talking today.
That is facts.
Okay.
Shut up, boy. You keep talking about my witches and me. It's gonna be a fight.
But
I kind of got a witch nose. Look at that.
yeah, dude, I got a bad
But
one.
look at how mine kind of comes down.
Yeah,
I get
mine-
that from my
I got
granny.
that too. That slide down.
Damn it, granny. Nanny.
What can you do? Your nose never stops growing, so it's one of those
Man,
things.
bro, don't
Yeah.
tell me that.
Your nose and your ears never stop growing.
Do
so.
not tell me that, bro. I got a dollop of daisy on the end of this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
no, dude, me too. It's only getting worse. And my ears are still small though, so I
If
got
I-
time on the ears.
I wonder if I need to look down, look up.
Yeah, where's the angle up?
Yeah,
It's up.
yeah. Mine is like level. If I can level it and you get you straight forward,
Mhm.
then I'm Gucci.
I got this defined ridge right here that's
That-
just.
That is some people consider that a mark of beauty.
I think it's like
That
I look like
sharp.
Mr. Potato Head.
I wish mine was like more sharp right there, because like I said, I
Yeah.
got like this fucking
the dog.
beer gut on the end of my nose.
Yeah, man. Noses are a bitch. I don't like mine.
I like it much better.
Too bad we aren't Kardashians. We could look completely different.
I just chop it halfway off and glue it back on.
So there was
I almost reached down there.
I mean, if you want it, bro,
No,
help
it's-
yourself.
it's cool.
They've been
I
down there
don't
for a
I
minute.
don't want one.
He said,
My body was just like grabbing.
The devil! The devil trying to get me!
So did they call witches warlocks back then? Like male witches? Were they?
Men, yeah,
they called
they were
them warlocks.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And
That's a cool
typically,
name. I think warlock is dope.
If somebody called me a warlock, I'd be like, appreciate it.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Would you rather be a warlock or a wizard?
I don't really know the difference.
Same.
I don't know what the difference is. I
Based
guess
on
one's
name.
evil and one's good.
True. Yeah, I think that. Well, for the Harry Potter world, I think
One
that's
goes to Hogwarts and the other one.
one cuts his nose off and grows
lives
fucking
in the woods
dog
and-
teeth. Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably a wizard.
Just rather be a wizard.
Hogwarts looks dope, dude. I'd
True.
like to go to Hogwarts.
Well, I mean, you could be. Where
got
are
all-
we going?
I don't know, but they got all that floating food. Their fucking food looks
and it just like
amazing.
cleans itself up like
Yeah.
that, bro. I'm with it.
And I feel like I would want to go to Gryffindor or whatever that school's called, that one, but I'd probably
Hogwarts?
get like no, not Hogwarts, but you know
Oh,
how
you
they got
mean
the
like the-
classes,
yeah, yeah.
Slytherin and
Hufflepuff. And
yeah, I'd probably
Gryffindor
get Hufflepuff or
and-
something stupid.
What's the other one?
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
I wouldn't mind being Ravenclaw. They're
I
actually
forget.
pretty dope in the book.
Ravenclaw.
But I'd probably get stuck with like some Hufflepuff and then
Yeah.
never see me in the movie ever again.
one of those. Yeah, one of those like subclass or group. One of those groups that you don't want to tell people. Like, hey, where were you at in Hogwarts? Hufflepuff.
The what?
Hufflepuff.
One more time. Hufflepuff, damn it.
Motherfucker, you heard me.
Hufflepuffs.
Yeah, I'm from Hufflepuff. I'm from Hufflepuff, where we double puff. You know what I'm saying? We fired up.
We double dutch that shit.
Okay. So while we're staying on track, there was a sheriff. I can't remember his name. The guy like took over.
Woody?
It was in the middle of
Was it
the
Woody?
whole like Salem, huh?
Was it Woody? Sheriff Woody.
So it was in the middle of the whole witch trial thing, and he was with it. He was, hell yeah, you're a witch, and I'm taking your shit, and you're a witch, and I'm taking your shit. And he was just like evil. He was killing people just for their shit, which
Right.
was kind of fucking common back then because they were doing it with the Indians right already.
They were just making it legally okay.
Yeah.
Everybody was
He's
just
a
like,
witch,
yeah, we're cool with this.
and I caught him as being a warlock or witch, whatever. And I caught it. I saw it. So
I know. Yeah.
that's my shit.
It's my
I,
stuff now.
I got him off the streets.
The splendors of battle.
War against the witches. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
We putting them in ditches and filling them with stitches. You know what I'm saying? All I do is got bars.
Bars.
My name ain't Dylan. It's Lars. I drive cars. Go drink my drinks at some bars.
All right. So
I drive far. I'm just kidding. All right, go ahead.
I was saying, keep an eye out for the single.
Yeah.
That's about to
That
drop.
shit's dropping.
See, that would have been more. I feel like that would have been more common.
Yeah.
If I was living in that time and I was like, people are getting accused of being warlocks and witches, or I can either be the accuser or be the accused. I'm gonna be the accuser. I'm gonna go around taking shit and telling people off.
I
And
could be the accuser.
he got the devil in him.
That motherfucker
I don't like
looking.
this motherfucker no more.
I'm like, ooh,
Got-
Mary, you looking a little devilish today, bitch.
Bitch, string her up.
Yeah.
But when we were talking about,
It's easy to do, ain't it?
Yeah. when we were talking about what I thought before, I really did believe that the burning at the stake thing was like way bigger.
I thought
than,
that was-
I thought that happened all the time.
I thought that was how they kept the town warm.
I thought that's the only way they got rid of witches.
Smell like pork chops out here all the time.
It smell like bacon. But no, never happened here in America. They never burned.
This is
anyone at the stake.
random, but we started talking about burning people and bacon. And have you ever heard that human flesh and bacon and like pork is supposedly
Very
tastes
similar.
the same?
Tastes the same, smells the same while being cooked, apparently. So, yeah, I have heard that.
Bro.
I know a few cannibals
Okay.
on Google.
I mean, yeah. They live in Liberia.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, man, those dudes are fucking nuts.
now, it's kind of like trails off, and we're just going to let it ride, but like in an apocalyptic state,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just me and my family,
Right.
and like a loner comes up, and I ain't seen no deer, no nothing in like weeks.
Somebody's getting ate.
Bro, I'm frying you up. I'm
Yeah.
talking about we are going to eat good. I'm going to make jerky out of your legs. So I have a little something to pack around with me for a bit.
I feel the same way, man.
We're gonna fillet the back meat. We're gonna cook the fat. Probably ain't too much fat, but we're gonna cook the fat, put that in a bowl so we can cook some shit with it later. Like some Crisco, like some Chris Co. Like maybe your
Saving
name's
all-
Chris.
Rendering all the. Took me a second, but I got there. Yeah, man. I think in that type of situation, it's been weeks. We haven't had any food. There's no deer, no nothing to eat around. Not a dog, a cat, nothing I can get my hands
Right.
on. I'm gonna take somebody
You
out
eating
to eat.
Chris? You gonna eat Chris?
I'm gonna eat Chris.
All right, now you eating Chris? Who eats the D and the B's?
I don't know. I don't know if those are delicacies or if those are nasties, but we're gonna find out. Somebody's gonna get a mouthful of them B's and D's.
We gonna each try a bite.
I imagine that they're pretty tender.
I don't know. They're tender.
Yeah.
So the reason I brought up that guy, the sheriff, like he had accused this guy, and he came to be found innocent, but it was only after he died. This guy recited the Lord's Prayer without
Any incident.
without messing up.
Right.
And after he did that, that's like when people started to be like, hold up now, we still killed him. And he wasn't supposed to be able to do that. First of all, where does the fucking list of things that you're supposed to be able to do and not supposed to be able to do
Where does this
come
come
from?
from? I'm telling you, I think it's just every day somebody woke up with some new idea
Yeah.
about it and was just like, hear ye, hear ye.
I thought of something really good. All
Yeah.
right.
If
I
their
can't
breath
hold my
smells
breath
like
underwater.
shit,
Yeah.
then
I'm
they're-
on board with that.
Yeah.
I'm on board with
Then they're
that.
the
Kill everybody
devil.
with halitosis.
But I mean, they didn't have no dental options back then.
True, everybody's breath
They're just
stunk.
taking a fucking twig off a
Everybody's buttholes was hairy.
armpits was hairy,
Armpits
legs
just-
was hairy,
Choo.
stanky
Toenails
butt,
is all yellow.
nothing but dangleberries between that mofo. Everybody from the 1700s hitting it
Damn,
like
girls,
this.
you take a bath this week.
Giving it to them like that.
Okay.
But no, they didn't have T-shirts. They had the button-ups. They had the, yeah.
This is right.
Oh man, I bet sex was done very carefully.
I
back
bet
then.
sex
Just-
was not. Well, I was gonna say is not as popular, but yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, I mean, that
But
was
I
about
feel
the
like
only
it was
thing
like
they had.
you were desensitized to the butt smell. Like everything smelled
you
like
would went
butt.
nose blind to it.
You were kind of like attracted to it, like
Ooh, girl.
like Geraldine fart, and you're like, all right, you better chill the fuck out over here, bitch. I'm gonna climb in them damn long johns. I'm gonna slide that drape of a skirt up.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah, dude, it's so gross to think about 1700s love making back then.
Just waft that butt out.
Ugh, get it away.
It'd be in the middle of winter. She pull her ass out and just get warmer in the room all of a sudden.
That's why they only
That's
did.
hot butt air. Oh my god.
They only did missionary, dog. There's no way they did anything. They had to be face to face, right up. Nobody's down in anybody's areas.
They live close to water, so it already smelled like fish. They probably thought it was just like, here comes fucking Sylvester with another load for the fucking village.
Oh my god.
He said,
so gross. Yeah. Ooh.
you got to catch that visual on
Yeah,
YouTube. If you're not watching on YouTube, you got to check that one out.
Yeah, man, that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
That would suck, man. You know they didn't have like the crazy shit that we're doing to now. You spread that ass cheek apart and just,
Do they wipe their butts then?
I don't know what with.
When
I don't
did
know what they were
wiping-
using.
When
yeah.
did wiping start? Let's look that up.
How did?
When did people
Yeah.
start wiping after using the bathroom? The earliest historical accounts of using wads of tissue to clean up after were in the 14th century. So yeah.
Okay, they'd been wiping their ass for the last
When did
200
people
years.
learn to wipe? Well, right here, recorded use of paper cleansing was the 6th century in medieval China.
Okay, well that's
So it's been
China.
long. We've
They've
been
always
wiping.
been ahead
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
curve.
yeah, yeah.
We're talking about Europeans here.
Oh, I meant 6th century. I don't know why I said 16th, but it says 6th right here. Right here it says 14th. What today is, whatever. So we've been wiping butt for a long time. It didn't take many itchy buttholes before we was like, all right.
But I just want to know what they were using, because did they have like paper, or were they using like some of that old school parchment rough shit? Still got some bark on it.
One of the most popular early American wiping objects was dried corn cob. You ain't cleaning it up too good with that.
I wonder they thought that was the devil. That's fucking rough, boy.
Other objects were also used as leaves, handfuls of straw, and seashells.
Seashells? The visual I just put in my mind.
You scooping shit out of your crack.
God, stop. Stop.
Just scoop a fudge round. We got milk duds in a shell.
I guessed leaves in my head. That's all I guessed was leaves. The rest of those were all traumatizing. Who's wiping with a handful of straw? What the fuck
Wait a minute,
is
wait a
that
minute,
doing?
wait a minute. Let me ask you this. How are you wiping with the corn cob?
Probably.
Is it through the cheeks, or
Yeah.
are you like going up and getting it on the way out?
I'm canoeing it right between my crack. That's the way I'm doing it.
Sliding the
There's nothing
dog
going
through the
in.
buns.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like, do you get how many wipes you get out of one cob? You just one side, then
It can't be two because the other side's shit.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
So you like, it's one cob and toss.
Unless you wipe one and then set it shit side down and scoot.
you grind on it until you like.
Little buff and grind.
wait. So what you're doing is you're wiping your butt and scratching it at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
you've got your teeth clenched. Oh god.
Next time we go camping,
No.
I'm bringing corn cobs, and we're all gonna wipe our ass with corn cobs.
Hey, anybody bring toilet paper? Got you right here, bro.
got some corn
Got you
cobs.
right here. so you know whenever they pull, like you said, they spread it apart. God
Yeah,
damn,
just
this is
a
getting.
forest. Just
You know, it looked like somebody just took a comb and like scraped it across some shit, and it was like, "Come on, get this."
that'd have been rough, dude. And the straw, that doesn't make sense to me. Have you ever picked up a handful of straw? How would you wipe your ass with that? That would be
poor fucking cows and horses. Like this one, like yes, I ain't eating them.
Oh, what the fuck? This one tastes like shit.
This one tastes like corn cobs. All right. So that guy that was the sheriff, okay? The guy that was the sheriff took that guy's land, and then he died, and he was proven innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, and then his family come up to him and was like, "We want his shit back." He was proven innocent, and he couldn't pay.
Oh, shit.
So I don't know if it was like the guy's wife or sister or mom or somebody was like, the Lord will put blood in your mouth. And like a year later, he fell over and died at like the age of 30 with a mouthful of blood.
Damn.
Sounds like a witch.
Sure enough.
Sounds like a witch. Now, the guy that was pressed to death, he was killed by that same sheriff. And they would just like it was over a 2-day period that it took to kill this guy. So they put like a big board on top of him and like just slowly started adding stones to. It might have been the same guy that fucking was proven innocent. I don't know. Look it up. Do your own fuck research. But anyway, this guy, they're trying to get him to confess to being a warlock, and he wouldn't do it.
Right.
So the thing was, like, they either had to get you to confess or deny, and he wouldn't do either. So they couldn't really do legally anything to him. So they started to like try to torture the answer out of him. Let me intervene real quick. I just had ADHD pop up in my head. Moles and skin tags were also supposedly another sign of being a witch.
I would have been fucked.
Bro, I would have been gone.
Me too. I wouldn't have made it.
And then they looked for a third nipple.
I don't have one of those.
And the third nipple, supposedly third nipple was what the witch would let demons. It was a teat that the demons would suckle on.
This seems like a good way
feed
to
them.
Look at everybody's titties.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Pull him. Oh, speaking of hairy, boy, you know him nippies had a fucking. All right, we're gonna quit. Okay.
Could you imagine being a baby?
Oh no.
Goddamn,
Mom. So they start like pressing this guy, and like slowly start adding like the stones to him, and like
you said it took 2 days.
Like a little over 2 days, I think,
Fuck.
to finally kill him. But like the sheriff would stand on it and all this other shit, and
What
like
a dick.
at one point. So before he died, he said to the sheriff, I think this was this guy. Somebody said, put a curse on him. Said, I put a curse on you and this entire town for what you've done. Or not, I put a curse on you, but like the Lord will curse you for what you've done to me and all these people in this entire town for, doing this to us. And tell you more about that in a second. So they're putting more and more weight on this guy, and like even the sheriff's like standing on it and all this other shit, and like jumping up and down, and they're adding more and more weight. And at some point, it was supposedly a sign of death through pressing. If somebody's like tongue starts to hang out of their mouth, then they're about close to death. Mm-hmm. And the sheriff took his walking cane and shoved the guy's tongue back in his mouth, and he said, "Are you ready to confess?" And this bad motherfucker, in the eyes of death,
said more weight.
More weight.
Damn.
That's so bad.
That is a gangster ass move. That's a
Do
gangster ass move.
Do it.
Come on, bitch.
Are you done yet? Y'all got no more stones?
Bruh, I would have been shook if I was the dude.
If he did that,
standing on
I'd be
top of
like,
him,
yeah,
I'd
we
be
can't
like,
let you out now.
Yeah, this guy's too dangerous.
You are a menace to society. We cannot.
He said more weight.
More weight. Keep it coming, big boy.
First bodybuilder ever.
Just do a pec flex and just shoot all the rocks everywhere.
Devil strong.
I got that devil strength. Yeah. But that guy. Okay, so this is kind of like on down the line. The guy that, or whoever put the curse on the sheriff in the town or whatever. Mm-hmm. Every sheriff since him that has been sheriff over that town has either died from a heart condition or had to leave their job because of a heart condition.
Son of a biscuit.
So, you know what it sounds like to me? Sounds like my
Witchcraft.
sheriff in the 1692 and 93 was on his shit. Boys in Blue did it again. They have figured it out. 1692 killed a few.
22.
Yeah, witches.
Yeah, man. That's crazy if that's true. Like they're every
That's
single
what I've heard.
Every single one.
Oh yeah, all of them that were sheriff either died while they had the job of a heart condition or had to leave the job because of a heart condition. I wouldn't be sheriff. I wouldn't.
Me neither. Fuck that.
No, sir.
And that's a job that usually requires some level of physical fitness
And stress, like resilience.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, Ichabod ain't getting me, homie.
Nasa. Nasa.
There's a whole lot more about fucking Salem, but
They were, I don't know, man. I just feel like, once again, doctors, judges,
yeah. So it
sheriffs,
didn't
everyone-
really end until somebody was like, "Can we move these trials to Boston?"
Yeah.
And they did that. And like you say, that guy's wife, wasn't he like the mayor or something?
Yeah, he was the mayor and a judge or something like that, because people apparently had like 5 different professions back then. But, it's a witch.
I farted.
Oh.
That's what that was.
But yeah, his wife was accused of being a witch, and that's when he was like, "Hold up,
Wait a minute.
we gonna stop all this, and then we're gonna take this shit to Boston
Yeah.
and try to get it all figured out."
And then that's when they were like, "Y'all got to quit fucking doing this shit."
Yeah, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, what the fuck is going on?
And you're wiping with corn cobs?
Yeah.
Really? Get it together, guys.
Come on over here to Boston and get your tea taxed. And then
and then guess what happened?
those motherfuckers dumped all the tea out, and then tea bags were invented.
Revolutionary.
And that's
been
it's been the Chelada boys. You got anything else you want to say about the
witches.
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Yeah.
to all the females that happened to, man. That
Sucks.
sucks. That really sucks. And the
Sorry.
males. That
Yeah, and the
it's
guys too.
unfortunate, man. That is just like I said,
R.I.P.
one of them situations where religion can take you down a bad path.
It
as
wasn't
well.
even like really acknowledged until like recently, kind of like
Mhm.
you know
Is it-
recently the scale that it can be, but you
think
know
that was an embarrassing time for humans. In my opinion, I
Yeah.
think that we should be embarrassed.
an
at that
embarrassing time for the
for just the way our brains worked and
the
how we
first Americans.
the shit that we that we believed and what we could condemn people with. But you haven't really seen a lot of change in the way people
As far as,
condemn
like,
people
religion,
and,
yeah.
and pointing fingers at people and saying that they're wrong. And we have a whole new platform to do it
Yeah.
on now with the internet.
That's
so
another thing. Like last
it's like new
last
witch
week,
hunts.
whenever we went on like our religion tangent, I kind of
Mhm.
feel like maybe not, but I feel like I might have been a little insensitive, and I'm sorry.
Oh.
I don't. I'm not talking down on anybody's religion. I don't know. I just don't know what goes on. Maybe you're right. I just don't know.
Yeah, me neither.
Whatever your religion is, I respect it, and I'm glad you get to practice it. Do your thing, as long as it doesn't affect other people's lives.
Right.
Do your thing,
This is where it started to affect other
Right.
people's lives.
and it usually
because-
does. That's the bad part about it.
Yeah.
Like if you tell somebody that I don't really believe what you believe, it's like they are in overdrive.
Well, if what I believe is the majority, you're fucked.
Yeah,
So
yeah. But we're not gonna.
yeah, don't go back down
We're
that
not
road.
going down that path again.
Yeah.
Don't know what we're gonna talk about next week yet. I hadn't thought about that. I've been trying to study this one.
I've been
Got an
worried
idea?
about the. Well, no ideas. I've just been worried about the vacation here this week. Let's see. What can we think of? Are we gonna stay in the realm of the past, like 1600s to 1700s, or
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
like
We
just
can
keep
like
following the
keep on.
timeline?
Yeah, I mean we could, but I feel like then we're just like telling. This is just becomes a history class, which isn't bad.
Right.
I
would say Revolutionary War, but I'm worried about that being boring as shit.
Yeah. Also that. Also, plus that's like 100 years from where we're talking right now.
Yeah.
No, not 100 years, but
Oh, close.
60, 70.
60. Yeah. Go back into space. We can talk about the future now.
Let's
We can
let's
talk
let the
about-
listeners decide. Go on. Okay, we're gonna give you an attempt. If you don't let us know within like a couple days before we record our next episode, then we're just gonna we'll have a topic then, but it'll be good. It's
Mhm.
fucking Chelada Boys. It's always good. But yeah, that's about all I got. Posh, you got anything? Any closing arguments?
Closing arguments. Nope. People were stupid back then. There's a lot
People
of
are stupid.
A lot of malpractice.
People are stupid.
People are stupid. I think they were. I don't know. I'm not gonna say stupider back then because there's a lot of things that they could probably do that I wouldn't know how to do from living out in the woods and in the wild
Yeah.
and doing that kind of shit. But just the thought process was really boxed in by certain.
I feel like there was no rational thought.
yeah, they didn't.
Like the first thought that popped in your brain, you're like, "Oh, this is a message from God.
yes,
God's telling me something."
not all of them are gonna be winners, man.
Yeah, I think some crazy shit sometimes.
Me
I gotta
too.
kind of be like, hey, yo,
What up?
But yeah,
This has been the Chelada Boys episode on the Salem witch trials.
there's a whole lot that we didn't cover, but you know how we roll.
Yeah.
Hopefully you enjoyed
Loose
this.
and fast, baby. Loose and fast.
Loose and fast. I was gonna say something, but I ain't going to. But as per usual, this has been your boy Dylan.
This is Posh.
And if you ain't had your Chelada, go get you one. If you don't like it, drink it till you're right. We'll see y'all next week when we talk about whatever you tell us to talk about. Unless you don't tell us soon enough to talk about it, then we're going to talk about something else, but it's going to be good. Y'all have a good weekend. We'll see y'all next Friday.
See ya.